30 minutes or 45 minutes.
Ben and Greg Hudye,
Every morning,
born and raised in
every day.
Canada, but Burlington, Colorado is their adopted home base for their U.S. farming operations. About 16,000 acres rented to 5 tenants.
Primarily is winter wheat and corn production. We have dry land. We have irrigated, and from time to time there's some millet planted.
Following a tough period in the 90s, Ben and Greg changed their business model. Their goal got simple: to acquire and own farmland, but not necessarily to physically farm it themselves. The Hudyes go out of their way to personally get to know and trust the producer farming the land.
Our model down here has been to acquire good, aggressive young growers that employ every method, new method, technology in maximizing productivity and working themselves forward. And as they do, they take us along with them. So it works real well.
What also works well are the relationships developed with the ag-related business operators in Burlington, a skill they learned early on from their dad.
You want to go through those with me?
Simply put, the brothers are masters in the art of networking. They have to be in a farming operation of its magnitude, 32,000 acres in North America, with farms in Colorado and Kansas, and a full-service retail farm supply company based at home. You don't garner that kind of asset base without a keen sense of relationship building.
Well, good. Great. Thank you.
Getting here was no easy task. Hudye's dad, Paul, started the farm in Canada in 1946, growing mostly wheat and canola and later livestock. Greg and Ben approached their dad with a plan to expand. The risk was monumental, the reward potentially great.
Our plan required a lot of capital. It required him to put everything on the line that he had worked for to that point. And it surprised us then, as it still does 30 years later. And him having the ability to look into the future, as we were, buy into the program and see bigger and better things for himself as well by risking what it was that he was risking has always been surprising. You know the time that we've been...
During peak harvest season, the Hudyes employ up to 60 people. The family holds countless employee dinners and functions in the field and at the office and during harvest and planting. The Hudyes spend a lot of time setting objectives, sitting down with the internal management team, and writing out short, medium, and long-term goals. Communication is key.
We have meetings that we hold each day, and we have all of our management team there present. If it takes 30 minutes or 45 minutes, every morning everybody gets onto the same page and we work forward.
One of the main objectives of Greg and Ben is to provide an opportunity for their children to become involved in the family businesses.
I think it extremely important that them coming back to work within the family organization is their decision. They come back because they want to come back.
The majority of the Hudye children work for at least one of the family operations.
They need to be plugged into each and every one of the management aspects that go on a daily basis. We have to be completely transparent with them as to the decisions that need to be made, how we collect the information, and how we process it to make those decisions. So you have to bring them in and basically open the books and say, here's what we're working with. And from that point forward, they're plugged in 100%. And that would be one of the biggest challenges, but it is something that is essential.
Another challenge, says Ben, the challenge of sharing leadership and acknowledging when someone else may have a better idea than your own.
Always consult, truly looking for the opinion, because that may be a better one than what you have in mind. And I think that's a struggle for most of us, especially independent entrepreneurs. We are independent, and we do think we have it all figured out. And a lot of times there's some awfully good suggestions come out the lips of others, that we just need to find the ability to ask the question and to listen and be respectful of that.